This video will go to Brendan Brown in the future. I just want to tell you, Brendan Brown in the future, however you are 19, 20 years old, however, please take in this video as advice to help you financially. This is a note and virtual letter to you. And also, like I said, things may change. Maybe as of now, if you're watching this video, it may have changed 5 years in the future. I don't know. But just for now, please take this in as advice. And anyone else who is looking at this, I am not a financial licensed person, but I do know financial literacy. But I am not no official guy who can tell you, guarantee you what all this can be. But it is advice and heavily researched things that I've researched through here on paper that I wrote. Let's open this note. So today we're going to be talking about financial literacy. Another video about it. This is the 2.0 version. And I have a lot of things to break down, so this may be the longest video I ever do, but let's get to it. When it comes to financial literacy, the first one I want to explain to you guys is that you always have to have multiple sources of income. Having multiple sources of income will essentially help you financially and essentially help you mentally and emotionally, because hey, who wants to be financially free? Or who wants to be financially in debt? Well, if you want to be financially free, do multiple sources of income. If you want to be in debt, well then look at that one little boring job that you're doing that you don't care about. As a content creator, we don't just rely on just YouTube. We rely on other platforms that we make money from. But for me, I'm still a minor, so certain things I can't really get paid for, but in the long run, it'll grow. And also audience counts too. So speaking of audience, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video if you're starting to like it. And let's move on to the next one, which is that you always track your expenses. Yes, this may be kind of wary, kind of offensive to you, maybe kind of even weird. But you need to track your expenses because anything can happen. You can have a glitch in the system. Somebody can be hacking into your account. You don't know what could happen. And you have to be prepared for anything that happens financially with your money. Because you can't just sit here and don't rely on your money and sit back and be like, oh, I feel relaxed. No. Worry about your money because you work for that money. I don't care if you work at home like me. I don't care if you are a 9-to-5er. I don't care if you're just a physical laboring person. When you work your money, it's hard earned. No matter what you do, it's hard earned money because you should be thankful that God allowed you to have that job or career or passion, whatever you're having. And so when you have your money, you need to track those expenses. And also when you're tracking those expenses, make sure you're budgeting because you don't want to overspend. Because sometimes it may not be someone hacking or trying to steal your money. It may just generally be you and you're probably like, what? How did I get this much out? Oh, you want to know why? Because you may have spent it over too much of what you spent, you may have spent, and you may have forgot that you spend money on that big expensive thing, whatever it was. So please remember to track your expenses and also remember to always budget. Be very wary of what you're buying. Another thing is make sure to have an emergency fund. Always have emergency funds because you just don't know when that day can come, or rainy days, however. That's where savings accounts come in. Savings accounts are just like emergency funds. Saving accounts are more for short-term goals, while investing is more for long-term goals for your benefits, insurance, however. And checkings account are only used for paying your bills, which adults, if you're looking into this, you should know this. But for teenagers like us, this is something you need to know. That checkings are just for spending your money actively, because if you do not use that money, there's a service charge. Depending on the bank you're in, because I heard rumors that it's not all banks that charge you service charge. And speaking of investing, make sure to open up an investing account so that you can invest in whatever you're investing in. And we're going to get to investments, but before we get into investments, I want you to invest in this. Invest in some nice J Black glasses that are made of Italian acetate, stainless steel, polarized lenses, UV and sunlight protection. They're made out of just amazing quality, and you will really, really like them. We also just don't have these. We also have shades. And we just had a recent launch, I believe, around July or maybe, I think, June. And hopefully we still have some in stock. So if you want to get some, make sure to click the link down below so that you can purchase your J Black glasses. My 10% coupon code BrendanB15. But back to investing, you can invest. And when you're investing in things, so since we're talking about investments, there's 3 different investments. The screenshot pictures will be on here. There's stocks, the definition is up there. There's bonds, the definition is up there. And the last one is mutual funds, index funds, and ETFs. They're all up there. So basically, if you want a simpler one that makes more sense, if you're a beginner, I would most definitely go with the last one I just said, which is ETFs and mutual funds and those things, because those are more simpler and more for like short term or either maybe kind of long term goals of investing. If you're a real pro at it and you've done it for years, go with stocks. And then we already know if you're a medium guy, then you can just do bonds. If you're like medium size, like if you're in between of being starter and rookie at the same time. But done with that. Speaking of your future, retirement funds. Make sure to, not retirement funds, excuse me, a retirement account. Make sure you make a retirement account so you can save money for your old you. I have to do that myself in the future because I want to make sure that old man me is okay, because if I'm done YouTubing and things, I want to be able to enjoy life with my wife if I have a wife in the future and just enjoy life even more. Hopefully by the time I'm old, I'm still skinny and I still have some black hair maybe. Make sure to also have life, renters, and homeowners insurance and death insurances. Well, death is life insurance, I believe. But if you have an apartment, have renters insurance. If you own a house, have homeowners insurance. Make sure you have these insurances, even your dental insurance, your vision. Have insurance for everything so that it can cover you financially, so that if anything occurs or anything, that can help you pay off that debt. So you don't have to be all stuck or crying or, oh my gosh. You can actually be okay. I hope I don't gotta tell no one this, but I also gotta tell you, make sure to always carry cash, because most people nowadays just have credit cards, debit cards. However, make sure you carry cash, please, because you just don't know if you need to help the homeless or help someone. Carry at least, at the minimum, I would say, at least $100 in your pocket or less. At least carry that so that you can have somebody to at least help the homeless, because most people have money on their cards and you can buy anything with your cards. But when it comes to helping the homeless or a certain thing, you want to have physical money. Speaking of it, don't be manipulated by it. Don't turn evil, because the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, the love of it. That's lust. Don't stress about that, because at the end of the day, it's not going you nowhere when you die. Because if you're a Christian like me, you know that your soul is the only thing that's going to heaven after you die. Like I said already, make sure you always check your bank account every day, just like how you track your expenses. And also, do not drive foreign cars because it will cost a lot of money. Make sure you drive cars that are actually a good amount of price for you and actually something that you can budget on. Don't think you're being bigoted or being egotistical or whatever, but try to think like a rich person, because the average rich person or most rich people would most generally try to budget or try to be careful what they're spending. Yes, they have the money all in the world, but they wouldn't just spend everything at one time. The average person do that. People like me and you, if you're that type of person, who actually has common sense, you would know that you don't need to spend your money all over the place. Take time with it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket and try to buy up everything. Help the homeless or however. Think like a rich person and help problems. Solve problems. Don't solve financial problems. Just solve any problem. And the last and final thing to close this video is make sure you follow the 50-20-30 rule. Always follow that, because 50% of your income or your money in general can be your wants of whatever you want, whatever food you want, whatever clothes, however. Then your 30% can be your needs, because you need to have your needs in place, like your bills, whatever it is, however it is. And if you're really rich or you really have money, then that's really better for you, because, hey, no stressing. And then the final one is that your 20% needs to be in savings. So keep saving that. Either put in an investment account or save it in your other accounts, like your retirement, emergency fund, savings, checkings, however. Reverse the checkings, because you have to actively use that. Use it. Use that money for your savings, that 20% of that. So I just hope you enjoyed this wonderful video. I actually thought this would be one of my longest videos, but it's actually maybe have been that long, hopefully, because it didn't feel that long. But if you got some financial clarity or literacy from this, hope you enjoy. Tell me some things down in the comments and let's talk about financial literacy. I just wanted to tell you, if you liked the video, make sure to share and subscribe. There should be a button down there up here somewhere that has me and my picture and your subscription button. Also, if you want to check some videos, they should be around here or either up here or here. I don't know where, but they should be somewhere around the screen. So hope you enjoyed the video, whatever it is, whatever it was, and have a blessed day or night or evening, however you're watching this. Goodbye.